Hello and welcome to the next part of the previous video. In the previous video, we discussed about unit number 1, unit number 2 and 3 for AS and A levels examination related to business subject. And in this video, we will be discussing about the rest of the units. So let's start our video. In the unit number 4 of the business subject, which is relevant for A and A level AS level students, unit number 4 is operations and project management. Unit number 4 basically deals with the organization's operations side and how the organizations manage different types of products or different types of projects. So these concepts are basically covered in unit number 4. So first of all, we will discuss about the nature of operations. What are different types of operations going on in an organization? How the operations department or operations function work in any organization. Like for example, in a manufacturing company, the operations department would be focusing on manufacturing the products, ensuring the quality of the products, and so on. And in the financial institution, the operations department will be ensuring the processing of accounts of the customers opened and the transactions that are occurring in the accounts of the customers and so on. So the nature of operations is very important to be understood. Then we will move on to operations planning, how the operations are planned, how the businesses plan their operational environment, how the operational activities are allotted to different stakeholders within the organization in order to ensure that the overall objectives of the organization is met. So this will be discussed in operations planning, and then we will move on to inventory management. Every business or every trading or manufacturing business is required to maintain or hold the inventory, and when the inventory is bought for sale purposes or when the inventory is produced for selling purposes, the management of the inventory becomes a crucial part for organizations, and it is part of the operations as well. So we will discuss how the inventories are managed and in the operations side in this section. Then for A level students, again the capacity utilization is here, and then we will move on to lean production and quality management concepts. Project management is also for A levels. So these last three topics of unit number 4 is relevant for A levels students, and 22, 23, 24 was for AS level students. And A level students are expected to have the understanding of obviously all of the sections. So in the capacity utilization, we will discuss how the organizations utilize the capacity, how the operational environment is run on an effective basis, how the internal controls are implemented, and how the internal controls are ensured that they are operating effectively in order to ensure that the overall capacity of the organization is utilized and the idle resources are identified and utilized and so on. Lean production and quality management is one of the core areas of the operation side, and quality management and lean production basically leads to the ultimate customer satisfaction, because if the production is not up to the mark, if the production is not effective and the quality is not ensured, so ultimately the customer of the organization is going to suffer. And if the organization's customers suffer, it means the customer will switch from the company to the next company, and overall business loss will be faced by the organization. And in section number 27, project management, we will go into the detail how different projects are handled and managed in the organization, how the operations overall domain is subdivided into different projects, how the stakeholders or employees work on different types of projects and manage them on an effective basis. So we will be discussing this in this section. Then we will move on to unit number 5, and this is finance and accounting. Let me highlight it with yellow. So finance and accounting is a core area or core function in any business, whether it be the motor car business, whether it be the manufacturing business, whether it be the FMCG business, whether it be the banking business, whatever. You can think of any business and you will find the finance and accounting function in that business or company. Because without finance and accounting, the organization cannot keep track on the finance or the transactions which are going on daily basis and appearing or occurring in the company. So finance and accounting is a core function which is responsible for managing the financial affairs, recording the transactions, and preparing the financial statements, and so on. So in this unit, we will discuss about the concepts of business finance, and we will discuss about the cost. If you have already learned about the accounting subject of A levels or O levels, so you will be understanding this section more clearly. And we will discuss the accounting side from the business perspective in this unit. So business finance is basically related to like organizations take loans and to run the business affairs, and different types of finances are available for the organizations and companies. So we will be discussing this in business finance. Then there are different types of costs that are incurred in the organizations, and how these costs are to be categorized and classified into different categories, and the recording of the costs and so on will be discussed in this section. Then we will discuss the accounting fundamentals, and we will discuss about the forecasting and managing the cash flows. Every business and organization has to plan the cash flows for the coming period, or you can say the business organizations forecast their cash flows for upcoming periods. And we will discuss these concepts in section number 31 of unit number 5. And then for A-level students, we will go into more detail related to costs, budgets, how the companies or organizations set their annual budgets or periodic budgets. We will discuss about the contents of published accounts, how the financial statements are prepared, and how the accounts or financial statements are published, and what are the key contents of the published accounts will be covered in section number 34. And then analysis of published accounts. If you have already gone through of any company's financial statements, so you will get to know about this area, and we will discuss how the financial statements are analyzed, how the income statement is analyzed, how the statement of financial position or balance sheet is analyzed, and so on. Investment appraisal is one of the important areas of finance and accounting section, which is applicable for A-level students. And investment appraisal means any investment in which the organization is going to enter, or if the company is planning to entertain a particular project, or if the company is planning to enter into a particular contract. So the management first of all analyze or appraise the investment. The costs are estimated, the inflows or cash flows or cash outflows are analyzed, and then a particular discount rate is applied in order to ensure that whether the project is viable for the organization or not. And the investment appraisal is basically part of the planning, and before entering into any investment, any significant investment or any significant project, the investment appraisal is to be performed. Then finally, we have the strategic management, and in unit number 6, strategic management, we will discuss about the strategic management. And yes, by the way, this is for A levels, and unit number 6 is for A levels students, and 37 to 40 will be related to strategic management. What is a strategic management, strategic analysis, a strategic choice, a strategic implementation? These will be covered in unit number 6. So strategic management is basically related to the strategy, overall strategy of the organization. Every organization is set to achieve particular goals, and every organization has its own objectives. So the strategy, how the strategies are set, how the strategies are managed and implemented, we will be discussing all these related concepts in unit number 6. So thank you for watching this video, and subscribe this channel and share this video with your colleagues and friends. And you can find this channel very helpful if you are preparing for your A-level examinations, and if you already appeared in your business subject but did not score well, and you are reappearing in your exam. So this channel will help you a lot. So keep in touch and watch the previous video as well, in which we discussed about the previous three sections of business subjects. And thank you, and subscribe this channel and watch my next video for more detailed concepts of business. Thank you.